I'm at Niagara Falls, and I'm about to revisit a famous scene with Marilyn Monroe in the 1953 film Niagara. Marilyn plays a fun-loving woman, unhappily married to George, played by Joseph Cotton. This is a murder thriller, and Marilyn has a secret lover, played by the handsome, mysterious Richard Allan.
Hello. You called.
Moving the plot forward is a tourist couple, played by Peters and Max Showalter. They want to see the sights, including the scenic tunnel trip under the Horseshoe Falls.
2, please. Thank you.
The tunnel trip is now called Journey Behind the Falls. The ticket windows have changed, and there are some other differences from 70 years ago. In the movie, the tourists go to a room where they borrow rubber boots and rubber raincoats. That system no longer exists. You get a thin, disposable rain jacket and no boots. Here's the same room today, used for lineups on busy days. I went at 10 in the morning at the end of December, not a busy time. You take an elevator down through the rock. That hasn't changed much. In the movie, they show people heading straight to the outdoor platforms. As a tourist, you take a different route. The first left leads to the outdoor platforms, but you want to go right. This is the journey behind the falls. The tunnels are great, kind of damp and echoey. All along the way, there are posters about the history of the falls. One shows the collapse of a bridge in 1938. Everybody knew the bridge was about to go, so nobody was hurt. Famous visitors, and here's Marilyn. At 2 different openings, you can actually view the falls from behind. The weeds hanging down are kind of gross, but to watch the falls from behind, it's one of the highlights of the visit. Then you double back and go outside of the platforms. I love this shot. It shows both platforms, upper and lower, at the foot of Niagara Falls. So I'm at the first platform, the upper platform. It's pretty crazy in here. A little wet, a little windy. In the movie, Ray Cutler trying to take a picture, and he keeps saying, "Get back, get back." As she gets back, she catches a glimpse of Marilyn Monroe and her secret lover. I gotta say, I love this view. We're right below the falls. There was our friend saying, "Get back, get back." The wind is blowing all the mist right into our faces here. They must have been standing right here, kind of near the edge of the falls. Here's a man taking a picture of a woman, just like in the movie. Peters is now running back up to deliver the corniest line in the entire movie.
What's the matter? I was coming down.
Didn't that Mrs. Loomis say she was going shopping?
Yeah, why?
Well, she sure got herself an armful of groceries. Come on.
The actor who played Marilyn Monroe's lover was Richard Allan, and I met him once. He was here in 1999 for a film festival, and the big film was Niagara. There were 2 big films. The other one was Titanic, directed by James Cameron, who grew up just 4 kilometers from here, just down the road in Chippewa. But anyway, the top-billed film was Niagara. It was a little more obscure, and they brought some of the actors here, and Richard Allan was one, and I met him. We went out on the Maid of the Mist boat. We had lunch together, and I wrote a little story about him. I was the entertainment reporter for Southern News at the time, and I asked him, what was it like, the obvious question, what was it like to kiss Marilyn Monroe? especially right under Niagara Falls. So he said, as we were starting the scene, Marilyn said, "Hold me to you passionately." So I held her to me, and boy, we were kissing each other like we'd never kissed anybody before. That may be a little embellished, but you can see in the footage, he almost completely forgets he's in a movie. He looks like he's really enjoying himself. When I met him, he was 76 years old. He was a greeter for Walmart in Kentucky. Seemed to be really enjoying it. Very, very pleasant guy, very humble guy. After I wrote the story, the news clippings came in from the various papers. It took me a couple of months, but I bundled them up, mailed them to him, and the package came back. And it was stamped in these big red letters, "Deceased." He had died of lung cancer. He'd never give any indication he was sick at all. He was very cheerful, very pleasant to be with, so very sad. I was very disappointed. I was shocked. But very nice to meet him anyway.